Just a quick vlog on digital assets. People need to start buying digital assets while they're cheap. And they are. I've been doing the Bitcoin sum. Right. Bitcoin in about, if you look online, you find the figures online. If you type to Google earliest Bitcoin price, and you get charts, yeah, and you get information about what price of Bitcoin was at a certain date. Yeah. I used to sell that 5p in 2010, but in 2010 it was around 0.00053 pence. Now anyone at my age, wow, 40s, 30s, 20s even, 30s, could have bought. So you look at a pound coin, and that's anyone that spent a pound coin on Bitcoin in 2010. But the reason why people that will make the most money in cryptocurrency are those that had 100 quid to throw away. Thought, yeah, if it does anything, it does anything. If it doesn't, I've lost 100 quid, who cares? Those people that bought Bitcoin in 2010, and if they're still got it now, or liquidated it, are absolutely rolling in it, or will be if they decide to sell. But you know, banks want a guaranteed return on investment, and Bitcoin was never going to be a guaranteed. At the time of purchase, around 2010, you could have 1,000 Bitcoin. A person could have had 1,000 Bitcoin and couldn't buy a cup of coffee with the 1,000 Bitcoin because no one recognised that it was going to be what it was going to be. And even now, the same people that couldn't buy a cup of coffee with 1,000 Bitcoin, if that's what they had, I'm just using it as an example, can now buy houses, sports cars, anything for Bitcoin. And they're the ones laughing. And it only took them 11 years, from 2010 to 2021. 11 years, that's it. For something to be worth 0.00053 pence to be worth what it is today. Yesterday it was £36,000 a Bitcoin. I don't even know. It's just how many Bitcoins in a pound coin back then. I don't know. Is it hundreds, thousands? But those people have now got whatever the amount of their Bitcoin times the amount of their investment times £36,000 is a lot of dough, because they just took a punt on digital assets, digital cryptocurrency. There is background noise, people talking, can't help it. It's a weekend, so people are going to be just enjoying themselves. But digital assets, domain names. There's been domain names sold every fortnight for the last 7 weeks for more than $1 million. 1985, first domain name was sold. That's nearly 36 years for them to come to that. Now, this week, an NFT that was bought this month for $500,000 it's just sold for $2.3 million a month later. An NFT. Well, what were NFTs in January this year? No one's got a clue what NFTs. Now, even eBay is actually having a special NFT part of eBay so that people can buy and sell NFTs. But most people, if you ask them what an NFT is, they wouldn't have a clue. NFTs are, if you type it into Google, non-fungible tokens. Digital art on that. Another NFT sold for over $1 million. That was going back a month ago. But it's just digital assets. New GTLDs cost you about 10 quid, 5 quid, 10 quid, 15 quid. People are going to be domain name investors buying and selling digital land on the internet, which is the website address. The website is almost not irrelevant because there's enough money in the website address if you get the right website address to flip. You've only got to look into Google or YouTube. Just type in domain name flipping, domain flipping, and you'll see they're just buying it and selling it and flipping it on. Buying it, selling it for a profit. Buying it, it's costing nothing. They can do it from home anywhere. Day trading on the internet, swing trading options. You can do that anywhere. It's a remote part of time. With domain names, you need about 10 quid, 20. You probably buy about 3 domain names for about 50 quid. Right? .coms, 2 keyword .coms. You probably get 3 for about 50 quid. And then just list them on marketplaces and wait for an offer, or actually do outbound marketing and sell. Because as long as you've got decent, good quality 2 keyword.coms that are not the website address will not infringe trademarks. Check for trademarks. Always check for trademarks as domain names. You'll see. You only got to look at NameBio, NameBio.com. I've said the website address enough times on my videos. Every day, I've not even checked it today, but there was 100 sales yesterday, and there'll be 100 people. There'll be people buying 100 website addresses today, and there'll be in tomorrow's NameBio, and then there'll be people buying website addresses all across the earth. Obviously, because it's people buying from all around the world, you may see domain names that you don't want to see, but from different cultures and all sorts, but that's just how it is. But they're selling, and you see the prices they're selling for. But there's just digital assets. And this week I sold a domain name for $12. 9 quid. I don't know what I paid for it. I've got to check, but I did nothing to do that. I did nothing. Actually, I bought the domain name a year ago. But you look at my videos now. Every domain name I've listed now, I bought on. I was being unemployed in the pandemic, when you couldn't drive anywhere, you couldn't deliver anything. I'm a driver. You couldn't drive anywhere or deliver anything because all the shops were closed, all the warehouses were closed. The country was closed. So I had an agency. I probably wouldn't have earned much more anyway. I didn't have a choice. My car packed up, but I was homeless. But since being homeless, I bought my portfolio on universal credit wages. Not wages, but on universal credit benefit. So anybody can buy a domain name portfolio on not a lot of money, and just list them on listed domain names, check them for trademarks, buy quality, keyword, and make sure it's the right way around, not keywords that make sense for .com, and list them on just type in domain name marketplaces into Google and you'll see them all. There's loads. Or you can type domain name marketplaces into YouTube and you'll see people showing you how to use them. It costs you 10 quid to buy a domain name, 15 quid. But people pay 2, 3, 5, 10, 15,000 pounds. Some pay 2letter.com have sold for millions of pounds. Some 3letter.coms have sold for millions of pounds. You just got to find a buyer that wants it more than you want. And the cost is, okay, your chances are you do 50 quid. The chances are you may make a lot more. Day trading, you need a day trading balance. A lot of people now that are unemployed have lost their jobs in the pandemic, or their businesses are all sorts. They've got too much in savings that they can't claim unemployment benefit because they've got too much savings. You only got to pick a budget that you're comfortable with, that you can afford to. Pick a budget you're prepared to lose, and not think it won't matter to you if you lost that budget. This is not financial advice, but don't pick a budget that you think if I lost it, I've lost all my money. Don't pick. There's a guy on YouTube now. You only got to type in small account day trading challenge, and you'll see it. He's done it. He's in the middle of it now. He's just been trading for 30 odd days. He started with $4,500, which is about $3.5 grand. Right? That's a lot of money to a lot of people, but for some people it's loose change. But he's turned $3.5 grand, or $4,500 into about $26,000 in 30 odd days, and that's the last 33, 35 days. So that's we're in September now. So that's at the start of August 2021. This day trader has turned $4,500 into 26, about 26,000 at the moment. He's trying to get to 30,000, which would do easy. But if you look at it, he shows you how he does it, the chart and sequences. Anyone can learn it. It's free to learn. You've only got to type it to YouTube. But not enough people are buying digital assets. So when the digital era really starts to go, and it's a lot of crypto money is going to come into